like to see? We don't like to see any half-assed games. And you think you're going to get half-assed games from Kiwikaki on Morrow? Are you crazy? I certainly hope not. Here we go, folks. Yellow Trunks, Kiwikaki down the bottom of the screen. He's playing Protoss. Morrow, Purple Trunks, playing Zerg, top of the screen. Shakura's Plateau is the place to be. Now, I have not had the pleasure of casting these guys before, which is great. I always love to cast people for the first time because I tend not to go so much into saying, oh, well, this player's done this in the past. I don't know, maybe, I think possibly I rely on that a little bit too much to fill time. For instance, like White Ra. You know, I've cast White Ra a few times, so I know White Ra is prone to doing certain things, like against Zerg, he is known to do that 5 gateway 1 base pressure build that he's got going on there. So known as the White Ra Extravaganza. But these guys, I have no clue what to expect, and that's great. Almost nice to have a little bit of mystery. Kiwikaki placing his pylon right there in his natural expansion, as opposed to in his base. All the way over there with the probe on its way. In the meantime, Morrow's sorting himself out with some drones. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not going to judge. If you're going to build drones, that's okay. It's okay. You can build some carriers, but no, you've chosen to build drones. For new players, by the way, Zerg can't build carriers. Total Biscuit is lying to you because Total Biscuit is evil. Morrow takes his extractor first. Well, of course, that indicates a wide variety of things. Usually means he's going into an early build of Speedlings. Spawning pool coming up right there, not bothering with the natural expansion just yet. I have to wonder, what is there to expect from Kiwikaki? What is he doing? Well, he's got Forge on the way. So I would suggest maybe he's just going to try and block off this area right here with some cannons, play it nice and safe. But by the looks of it, Kiwikaki instead going to try and wall in his opponent. Well, I think we can safely say there's going to be no fast expansion in the near future. Kiwikaki builds 2 pylons at the bottom of Morrow's ramp. Morrow's seen it. Morrow's not particularly happy about it. Would you? I certainly wouldn't. Photon cannon at the rear. There you go. That's going to be tricky to deal with. Morrow has to move his Overlord away. He knows this. Well, that's going to get shot out of the sky. That will be a little bit expensive. Spawning pool on its way. And Morrow's tactics now significantly limited by the nonsense of Kiwikaki. So that means that he's going to be able to do whatever the hell he pleases for the time being. Ro8 is coming up right there, which would be the sensible response, of course. Break through the pylons at range from the top right here. And, of course, do damage to the photon cannon. They'll last just a little bit longer than Zerglings, so, hey, there you go. Reasonable armor on those things. But, again, no fast expansion for the Zerg opponent, which means, honestly, that, there you go. Kiwikaki can safely expand into his natural there. It's what he was looking to do. He's managed it. He has his planning permission, and he's now begun the building process. The Shakura's Plateau. I don't know much about StarCraft lore, I've got to be honest. I know Shakura's has got something to do with the Protoss, because I hear, like, 4 Shakuras or whatever. You know, would anyone really want to rescue this thing? I mean, like, 4 Shakuras. Why? Look at it. Who cares? Let's just leave it to rot. Go and take some better real estate. 4 Shakura's Plateau. But there's nothing here. There's like a bunch of ferns and a Zelnaga watchtower, a few rocks. God, call me not impressed. Kiwikaki sneaking a probe over there, hanging around, seeing what he can do. Another cannon coming up right there to protect his natural expansion. No big surprise. And finally brings out his gateway. Here come the roaches. And that's nice. Morrow's got a good range on that. But Kiwikaki is a sneaky little bagger, and he's managed to put that pylon a little bit lower, slightly out of range. Going to try and snipe off at that. Shouldn't have too much of a problem there. Able to take out that pylon. Not going to take that one so easily, though. Going to need a few more. And actually, Morrow... There we go. He's going to take some damage there, but this should be easy enough. Be able to back off with that. Almost lost it there, honestly, but there you go. Takes the pylon out, and now he can finally have his expansion back. I'm sure he's very happy about that. In the meantime, though, look what Kiwikaki's done with that time. He has an 8-9 probe advantage over his opponent. His economy is rolling hard, and nobody's getting in there ever. That is what I would call a fairly tight-knit wall. I wouldn't want to mess with it, would you? I'm thinking not. Now, what that means is that it's going to be pretty tricky for Morrow to scout any nonsense that is coming his way. So it wouldn't entirely surprise me to see something like that. Morrow with the upgrade through to the lair. Grabbing his second extractor and, of course, grabbing his expansion right there. A little bit behind those sentries coming up for Kiwikaki. 4 gas. What are you going to do with that? Don't tell me after all of that you're going to go into gateway units. I don't see that happening, do you? No. A little bit of offensive here by Morrow, driven away very rapidly. Can't even snipe off there. Great placement there. 3 cannons blocking it in. So either we're going to go for air units or we're going to be looking to warp something in. The question is where? Here's your answer. Air units. Stargate on its way. And, of course, Morrow can't see that double Stargate on its way. A lot of possibilities for that. Either could be looking to harass with Phoenixes. Great. Absolutely fantastic thing to do. Supply block your opponent, force them to rebuild that stuff. Or, of course, you can go for Void Rays. All of these are good. Or we might get something even more ridiculous. There are other things you can do with Stargate, folks. Kiwikaki's done them before. Will he do them again? Is he going to play for the showboat, or is he, in fact, going to go for something a little bit more traditional? Evolution Chamber on its way now for Morrow. We got a couple of upgrades going right here. His lair is up. The question is, what is he going to do with it? Well, we've got Missile Attack upgrade level 1, Glial Reconstruction coming up as well. So looking for Roach heavy play for the time being, with the possibility of transitioning into Hydralisks if necessary. 2 Phoenix on the way. It is that Phoenix harassment strategy. He's going to try and pick off those Overlords, I would imagine. Should do the job. Very effective against the Zerg. Very annoying, more to the point, against the Zerg. Sports is about psychological warfare. So is warfare, understandably, about psychological warfare. So, if you can annoy your opponent sufficiently by picking off Overlords and by just sniping at them and keeping them on the back foot, then you get the advantage. Protoss Air Weapon level 1 coming up as well. He is not just doing this as a little bit of harassment. He is really going for it with this one, especially with the air upgrade. 4 Phoenix already out. Looking for 2 more. There you go. More Phoenix on the way. What the hell? Okay, we're doing a quick pause, guys. We need a pause. We're just going to sort that out. There we go. I might have a couple of problems with the stream, but we'll just keep going. No problem at all. Roger. Okay, folks, we're going right back in. Just a quick intermission for ice cream. Get your ice cream. I would love that if StarCraft 2 actually had that. Does anyone remember the one and only Speedball 2? That's a freaking esport. That's a violent esport. In the meantime, Morrow, probably not a big fan of that. More into the Hydralisks. That's what he's looking for. Did he scout? Yes, he did. He knows what's coming. The question is, can he respond quickly enough? Because there's 4 Phoenix up in the air. 6 Phoenix now up in the air. Slides his way across. Going to snipe the Queen out initially. There we go. Grabs it. Oh no, I'm floating. Help. I don't understand. And I had so much to live for. Looking for another one. Spore Crawler on its way. There we go. A little bit of defense right there. Needs to place another one in the middle of the line, which is exactly what he's done. Trying to snipe off some more Overlords. He has Overlord speed. That'll help things a little bit, but look at that. There we go. Overlord's being sniped off. Supply block for Morrow. Problematic. In the meantime, Twilight Council coming and another 4 gateways. Why? Don't ask why. It's Kiwikaki. He can do whatever the hell he pleases. That's what he's got coming up. And indeed, why wouldn't he? He's got the advantage right here. Able to hold off his opponent. Snipe. So that grabs a Roach. Oh, sorry, little Roach. 8 Phoenixes up in the air. That is a lot of damage, but bear in mind, Hydralisks are on their way. 3 up, 6 on the way. Already rebuilt those Overlords, so that supply cap has been dealt with. Well, let's follow those Phoenixes for a second. What does he plan on doing with them? Looking to bring them around the side again, just grabbing units where he can. Sniping off units. What's he going to follow this up with, though? Because this is not an end-of-game strategy. He needs more than this, and he knows it, which is why he's building a charge. Yes, indeed. He's getting his Zealots up, and he's also got a robotics facility on the way, along with ground armor. It's nice. Hydralisks up the front, saying, no, we're going to deny this area. It's a no-fly zone. Kiwikaki, unfortunately, does not understand Zerg. Zerg air traffic control. Such a pain in the ass. You know, it was great until they privatized the bloody thing. Coming around the side. Is he going to be able to grab anything for it? He's looking for it. Grabs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. The entire mineral line. It's wonderful. Can he get out of there? Yes, he can. Holy hell, that's a lot of fucking gravitic beams. Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah, that's one way to do it, I suppose. That works. In the meantime, Morrow looking a little bit bemused, building up his spire as well. Protoss air armor, Protoss ground armor coming up. Not entirely sure what he wants to do. Now, this is dangerous, though. He needs to flank around the side here, and can he get anything with these Phoenixes, with those Hydralisks around? Thinking not so much, but bear in mind those Hydralisks cannot be at two places at once, and I would be rather concerned about this mineral line right here, because it doesn't actually have any defense. Infestation Pit is now up for Morrow. Great idea. There we go. Grabs 1, grabs 2, grabs 3, grabs 4. Can he grab any more? Yes, he can. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Morrow will certainly not appreciate that particular move. Morrow ain't happy. Not one bit. Look at that. Snipe me off Harvesters. Considering how many he lost, he must have a huge number already. Massive number of Harvesters. Grabs yet more from the line. What's he going to follow this up with, though? He can't be doing this all game. Let's have a look at the rest of his unit count. What has he got? He's got 4 Stalkers, 3 Sentry out. He's got plenty of Gateways. By plenty, I mean, well, 6. And why not? Fleet Beacon. Fleet Beacon, ladies and gentlemen. Mothership play is a very real possibility, or possibly might be breaking out some carries. Infestors are on their way, though. Bear this in mind. Infestors looking to perhaps lock down those air units, snipe them out. Fleet Beacon is on the way. Morrow kept on the back foot right here. Unable to build that critical mass he needs. Just kept hopping by Kiwikaki. Here's the thing, though. Morrow has another expansion coming up right here. He is spreading across the map. Kiwikaki has one right here, but he hasn't transferred anything to it. They're on their way. So if we have a look at the state of the economy right now, Morrow is still ahead in terms of both. He's got less Harvesters, but he's pulling in way more in terms of minerals and gas. The question is, what can he turn it into? That's the more important point. Hydralisks bunched up with Infestors. This could be lethal. Potentially, they just locks them down. Oh, God, those Phoenixes are going to get torn apart. Takes 1, takes 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5. It's a great grab there with the Infestor play for Morrow. Corruptor's coming up as well. Morrow has had enough of this nonsense and is going to deal with it in the... Oh, God. Yes, folks. Mothership on its way for Kiwikaki. Was it scouted? This is the most important thing. No, it wasn't. Overlord tries to get in, doesn't. Still sufficient Phoenix in the air to deal with it. Here comes the attack force, though. With Kiwikaki showboating, the question is, does he even have what he needs to defend against Morrow's brute force hammer blow that's coming in right here? Because I'm thinking maybe not. Puts the block down, but he's got enough sentries to hold it for a little while. They're pretty low on energy, but it should be okay. Infested Terran just lobs it there over the force field. Not going to happen, but you got to give Morrow credit for that. It's like, hey, what else am I going to do? Might as well lob one over there, see what happens. Zealots on the way. Now, how strong are those Zealots? He's got +1, and he's got charge, so they're pretty tough. A lot of damage they can inflict. 11 Corruptors up in the air right here as well for Morrow. Looking for air superiority. He certainly has it now. The thing is, of course, he can then transition into Broodlords if need be. Now, we've got Cyanox Storm coming up, so High Templar are on the way. The Mothership is rolling. You see it rolling. You be hating? Certainly hope not. Kiwikaki's Mothership is on its way. Still remains unscouted. Holy crap on a stick. Archons, Zealots. How many Zealots did you build exactly? Oh yeah, 30. Why not? Well, if you're going to build that many gateways, you might as well. This could get a little bit messy, because you know what? No Overseers. It's holding back. Playing a little bit cautiously. In comes a Mothership from the side. Looking for the cloak. Has that now been spotted? Looks for it, tries to get it, doesn't get it. That expansion's going down if he's not careful. Pulling back. He knows he has to sacrifice that if he's going to get any good play in with this. Question is, what is he going to do with it? It's great to see the Mothership deployed, but really, what are you going to do with your Mothership? What is the plan? Breaks his way through there as well. Breaks down a pylon. He's actually supply blocked right now. Not that he's really got a shortage. He's got 5 Archons up. In come the Corruptors. This could be problematic for that Mothership. That says you do have Archons on the ground. Oh, wow! That tore through it. And a Vortex as well. Let's just pull everything in. Are you seriously going to pull everything in there? Nice one. There you go. Corruption was deployed on the Mothership. Mothership was not taken out, though. Corruptors back up, sliced into tiny pieces. No question. Now Morrow scouted it. And what is his response going to be to that Mothership? 31 Zealots, 5 Archons, 6 Sentry, and 4 Stalkers plus the Mothership, up against 3 Infestors, 22 Roaches, 16 Hydralisks, 4 Corruptors now. Those Corruptors taken apart very rapidly. A couple of Vanguard Roaches just to have a look and, more to the point, sacrifice themselves for the glory of the Swarm. Yeah, Morrow, what you gonna do? Well, we're going to bring in this. What does that look like? That is a potent force. Is it going to be enough to deal with those Zealots? Backed up by the Mothership, though. I'm not entirely convinced. Where are the overseers? I have to wonder. I would expect him to have already morphed in a couple of overseers, maybe, to deal with the cloaking effect of the mothership. Hasn't happened yet. Not that it really takes too long a time. Long-distance mining coming in right here from Kiwikaki as he grabs some stuff in there, just tries to keep the economy going. That's quite the conga line of probes, isn't it? Oh, wow, yeah, he is really falling behind in terms of his economy, though. This is a nice force, but unless he applies it, then he's going to run into some heavy problems, because look at this. Great Aspire on its way for Morrow. Zerg Missile Attack level 3 on its way for Morrow. This is going to be brutal, or more accurately, brutal. Brood Lords on the way. They sound like an American, they're brutal. This is going to be brutal, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that sounds horrible. Let's not ever do that again. Let's take the Infestor. No, we can't do that, I'm afraid. Going to take some Zealot losses if we're not careful. In comes the engagement once again. Charging around. Corruptors trying to take out the mothership. Can they take it? Can they take it? Looking to take it. Can they take it? No, they can't. Archon's driving away, looking for one more shot. Can they get it? Looking to get the mothership. Mothership down. Mothership is down. Corruptors are taken out as well, but this is the problem. Kiwikaki's force. Does he have the forces? He does. The mothership took a huge amount of damage and, of course, was annihilated. No question about that. But lots more, and another mothership coming in to replace it. I wonder if he took the extended warranty on that thing. Guaranteed replacement, ladies and gentlemen. Ground weapons level 3 coming up right here. Kiwikaki took some losses there, lost a lot of Zealots. Archon staying up there. He's got 4 Archons. That's going to brutalize that force. However, what is coming up? Well, there are 5 Broodlords in the air. That is concerning. That's very concerning. No Phoenixes available to counteract them. Neural Parasite on the way as well. Grab the Archons with that, maybe. A possibility. Adrenal Glands upgrade coming up. Level 3 Zerg Missile. Level 2 Ground Carapace. Level 1 Zerg Flyer. And a Partridge in a pear tree. And now we're pushing his way into the expansion. It's got lots of cannons blocking it in. We're just trying to take the Archon out and succeed. Nick one of them. Morrow's bringing in the big guns right here around the side. What is the response from Kiwikaki? He doesn't have an awful lot right now. He's having to avoid it, taking damage. He's getting eaten away there by the Broodlings. And in the meantime, he's going to charge his way into that expansion, break his way, looking for Hammond and the approach right into Kiwikaki. One Broodlord taken out by the ravening fire of the Archons. Second one looking for it right here. Those Hydralists are tearing through Kiwikaki's forces, but he's desperate to bring those Broodlords down. He only takes 2. It's not going to be enough. Kiwikaki's forces now collapsing. Mothership is on its way, but he doesn't have anything else. I'm afraid he has nothing else other than those 5 Stalkers, and right now, Morrow looking to have his wicked way with Kiwikaki's expansions, and you know for a fact that he can do it. Mothership is in the air once again, but what is he going to do with it? He really doesn't have an awful lot to do with it. And he knows it. It's going to be problematic for him. It was a big investment. It didn't pay off this time. Good game.